My name is Tom Wareham and I'm the chairman of the Friends of Oxley's Woodlands. We have some very clear objectives. They're largely conservation based to try and protect the woodland and ensure its flora and fauna and habitat for the future. But we also want to encourage people to have a sort of psychological investment in the woods, to appreciate it for what it is. The important thing about Oxley's is that it's been entirely surrounded by London's suburban growth. So originally, up until about 1900, this was part of rural Kent. But once London started to grow towards the southeast, it enveloped Oxley's and in a sense entrapped it in a sort of fairly hostile urban environment. And in a sense, that's why it's so important. It's a haven for wildlife and it's a green space for local people who want, some clean air and a natural habitat to wander around in. Oxley's is under threat from a whole range of directions, really. We've got the threat of climate change, and then there are longer term projects which worry us, like whatever is going to happen to the trunk roads in the area. If there's a new tunnel under the river at Silvertown, for example, it could result in increased traffic coming along the A2.
My name is Richard Green and I've been involved in the Greenwich Peninsula College Park since its inception back in 2000. It was designed and built by an ecologist and it's managed by ecologists, so biodiversity is a lot more intense and better than the rest of the peninsula. We've up to 20 species of bird breeding in the park itself this year. We have breeding reed warblers, we have common terns breeding on here. In the winter we have kingfishers. We have the Vigos bugloss mason bee, which was only discovered about 2 years ago, and this was at the time the only breeding colony in the UK, so one of the rarest bees in Britain is living on this park. There's always a threat to the park. The local development, there is a problem with that, with the shadowing and the towers, and developers don't include biodiversity in their developments unless they're forced to, so that's the problem. I mean, this is a community site, everyone loves it, there's loads of wildlife here. You step out of the park and you walk up towards the dome and it all goes quiet.
I'm Carol O'Toole, I'm a biologist by training, and my interest in this area is from the point of view of the ecology and the use of this area for the health and well-being of the residents. This habitat was redeveloped for use as a sports field. It basically removed the entire biodiversity of the area and decimated the wildlife. We know that there's been colonies of bats living on the field for very many years. They congregate in the trees around the periphery of the field, and they do feed in the remaining areas of verges, but the numbers are severely reduced. People use this field for their health and well-being, and it was very important to a number of people, especially retired people who couldn't walk long distances to other green areas. This was our only local green space.
There's no easy solution to a conflict between the proximity of urban habitat, of people and ancient woodland. It would help if we can encourage people to value the woodland, to value the ecology, to realise its importance for biodiversity. But really, until there is a change of mindset, until there is a recognition of the importance of this habitat and for the need for us to find ways of living alongside it without destroying it, the situation could be bleak for the future.